here's my footage and enjoy it. It's pretty trippy.
Okay, so these videos are not in order. This is the most recent one that I filmed tonight, 12/29/2024, and this is probably the most steady one that I've gotten. This is with my small GoPro, and that's the orb right there. You can't see the rocket in the sky, but there's a rocket to the top left, and it's a Tesla rocket. This orb comes out every time these rockets come out, I've realized. And kind of concerning. I don't know if it's some kind of like sensor to see if that rocket's got something nuclear on it or something. Who knows?
I'm filming this rocket,
but every time these rockets fly over from Vandenberg,
getting the UFO,
I know that orb's gonna be there. And I realized that after about the third time this thing flew over. And if anybody wants to see it, I can tell you where to go and see this thing. It's in Chula Vista, California, and it's anytime any of these rockets are flying south out of Vandenberg Airport, or not airport, base, and it's a trip.
That orb will come out right here.
This is probably one of the craziest collection of orb videos.
There's a rocket up there.
I heard Stephen Greer saying that these are directed energy weapons, these orbs, and I hope not. I did see a crazy spinning thing in the sky that kind of looked like the energy weapon that he showed in a clip, or someone showed in a clip with him talking about such a weapon, and it looked like a bar metallic object, or almost like a nacelle from the Enterprise.
Here it comes.
With a red tip on it, and it shoots out these red beams, and but it looked like a laser, and I don't know if these are a laser though, but you'll see in these videos that this orb gives off a reflection, just like right here. That dot above it is a reflection, and that flashing star that just disappeared in the top right, I don't know what that is. That could be the thing projecting that, if it is a projection. It just disappears, it appears and disappears. You can see off in the distance there's like a helicopter or something in some of these videos, and I wonder if these people see this orb in the sky. Tonight I tried to go down the street. There's a palm tree, because this orb seems like it's only about 200 yards away from where I'm recording it all the time. And so I tried to drive down the street, and there's a small cul-de-sac right where this palm tree is, where this orb seems to appear.
See the UFO come
and the people were right away as soon as I parked. It was weird. They thought I was up to no good or something, and I was just pretending to talk on my phone, because I realized that these people were acting uneasy because I was there, and my intentions were just to film this orb, you know, and probably tell them like, hey, do you guys know there's a orb that pops up in your backyard? But they were freaked out, so I left and came back, and just filmed it from my backyard, like all of these other videos. And here's one in the daytime. There's a video of a brother guy in the military, saying that these only come out at nighttime, but here's proof of one coming out in the daytime, and it's coming out with some smoke. I don't know if you've ever seen an orb with smoke coming out of it, but that little light above it is some kind of reflection. It's not there with the naked eye. And that's where it stopped and disappeared. And I always try to get the rocket in the shots here. That's the Tesla rocket. It's harder to see now with the big rocket. there's also a reflection right there above that
What are
one.
these?
Like I was saying though, with the rocket, it's not as easy to see now because I don't know if it's
Dude,
using
that thing
different
over
fuel
there.
or what, but the
And
one
now this
before would
thing.
leave a huge trail behind it and light up the whole sky. And now you can barely see the rocket when it's flying over.
The fuck was that?
There's me talking about the drone passing by. This one's a pretty cool shot. Daylight. There's the orb too.
There it is.
And I mean, it's clear as day right here, and I can't see anything behind it. I'm looking to see if there's anything projecting this, and I don't see anything. So I don't hope, but I wonder if these are real. If this is a real UFO here. See, there's helicopters in the background back there in this video, and you'll see like a helicopter flying by right here. See that?
And that rocket passed
Those
by.
people had to have seen that thing in the sky. So it's crazy. Each one of these videos, I just happened to look out the window and hey, there's the rocket. You know, or just like a weird instinctual feeling. Like one of the times, like something telling me like, hey, get your phone and look out your window. You're gonna want to do that right now. And as soon as I did, the rocket was right above my head. And you know, sure enough, I was gonna record that because I knew this orb was gonna come out. I know that sounds crazy, and I don't know, but it seemed like that every time. And I have tried twice to look up the launch schedule, and both the times I looked it up to try to anticipate this and watch it, they didn't launch. So I gave up on looking at the launch schedules, but for some reason, 3 o'clock this morning, I said, I'm gonna look, and I looked, and there's one taking off today, so I was like, hell yeah, and I went to go get it. This clip here is one of the first orb clips that I ever recorded, and I got all one of my sisters and my brother-in-law, I got all them to see this, and we all witnessed this here. And these aren't Chinese lanterns, these things were staying still in the sky for a long time, and they're not dripping anything, and they look like fire, and I'm telling you, there's a bunch of orbs in this area. This is looking in the same direction as the other orb with the rocket passing by, and this was before I ever seen the orbs with the rocket, so it's crazy. This was like one of the first times ever seeing anything like this in the sky, and I was tripping out. And I cut this clip because they just stay there for a while and they start disappearing. Nothing drops from the sky, there's nothing melting out of these, they just disappear. They're not little drones. Here is something different here. This is what seems to be like a black triangular object in the sky. It's real tiny, and it's kind of hard to see in this clip here. And I did do another clip of this here where I adjusted the contrast, and you can see the object. You can barely see it here, but this clip right here shows you the object, and it's a small, really small, far away, and you could even see like a wasp or a bumblebee fly by, but that thing is probably 500 yards away, and you'll see when I zoom back out. But there it is right there, almost in the center of the screen. There goes the bee. And those are big clouds out there. There's a good wind at that time, and that thing is just staying still, and then it moved real slow, creeping super slow, It wasn't a drone. That thing would have been moving around with the wind that was up there. But I did capture this same object, and it makes me wonder, because the object that Stephen Greer showed looked like I said, it looked like a nacelle from the Enterprise, the big they look like the rockets that stick out the side of the spaceship with the red tips. It looked like that in the video where Dr. Stephen Greer is talking about these being focused energy weapons and shooting out red beams of light or whatever it was. But the thing that I saw was spinning in the sky and looked like a bar turned into a triangle, and it was odd. I couldn't really tell what it was because it was just changing shape. But this is it right here, and the video at the end shows it, and it's a shiny metallic object when it's way up there. But this one was a recent video too. But there you go, you can see it in the top right there. And that thing was just cruising in the clouds. You could barely tell it was there. I'm pretty observant. I'm always looking up whenever I'm outside. Just like the YouTube channel. Just look up. Subscribe too. I'm gonna be posting whatever I got. I don't know why I didn't post these before, but I figured for the first video, why not just be a big huge video. There it is. There's the triangle thing in the sky that was changing shape. You can see it disappearing, reappearing. So I just want to encourage, just like the name of the YouTube channel, just look up. And if you got the time, subscribe. I will be putting up anything that I film. I'm not here to fool people. This is just stuff that I see in the sky, and I see a lot of shit here. So stay tuned.